What if I told you the Dallas Cowboys just did something that no one saw coming, and it might actually work? The Dallas Cowboys are back. And I'm not talking about a little back, I'm talking Super Bowl conversation back. 3 signings. 3 players. That's all it took to flip the script on an entire franchise. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why these moves are different, and why 2026 feels different. Don't skip. Don't scroll. This is the video Cowboys Nation has been waiting for. Before we dive in, real talk. This channel exists because of you. Every Cowboys fan who showed up through the 7-9 season, through the heartbreak, through the same old Cowboys jokes. You stayed. And that means everything. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button right now. Hit the bell. Because what we're about to break down today is exactly why being a Cowboys fan right now is one of the most exciting things in football. Let's go back to where this all started. December 2025. The Dallas Cowboys finished the season 7-9-1. Dead last in points allowed per game, 30.1 points. Dead last in touchdowns allowed, 59. Dead last in defensive DVOA. That's not just bad. That is historically, embarrassingly, jaw-droppingly bad. Dak Prescott and this offense were putting up top 5 numbers. 5th in dropback EPA. 8th in rush EPA. But none of it mattered because the defense was a disaster. Jerry Jones had to look in the mirror and make a decision. Rebuild or reload? And what happened next changed everything. Right now I'm going to tell you something that even the biggest Cowboys fans don't fully understand yet about these 3 signings. Stay right here, because this next part is where it gets real. It started with a phone call between Dallas and Green Bay. March 2026. The Cowboys finalized a trade for Rashan Gary, a former Pro Bowl edge rusher from the Green Bay Packers, in exchange for a 2027 4th-round pick. That's it. 1 pick. For a player who, at his peak, was considered one of the most dangerous pass rushers in the NFC. Why did Green Bay let him go? Cap space. They cleared nearly $11 million with this move. Green Bay's loss is Dallas's gain, in the most literal sense. Now here's why this signing matters beyond the stats. Gary already knows Kenny Clark. They played together in Green Bay from 2019 to 2024. 5 years of building chemistry, understanding each other's moves, knowing exactly when to stunt, when to loop, when to crash. Chemistry on a defensive line is everything, and Dallas just brought 2 old friends back together. The Cowboys' defense last year had moments, brief moments, where their interior line, with Clark, Williams, and Odigizua, looked elite. But without consistent edge pressure, those moments never lasted. Gary changes that equation. He brings a relentless motor. He bends the edge. He forces quarterbacks to get the ball out early. That alone improves every linebacker and secondary player behind him. During OTAs and minicamp in June 2026, Coach Brian Schottenheimer said he couldn't be more happy with how the offseason went. And when you look at what Rashan Gary adds, you understand why. Let's be honest about something though. Gary hasn't been perfect. He's been inconsistent. He's had injury concerns. And that's why analysts at Athlon Sports are already writing that Gary must step up. For this defense to work, he can't just be good. He needs to be great. The Cowboys are betting he can get there under new defensive coordinator Christian Parker, a hire that has received nearly unanimous praise across the league. Parker came in with a reputation for attacking offenses, for disguising coverages, for creating confusion before the snap. With Gary as his edge weapon, he finally has someone who can capitalize on that confusion and get home to the quarterback. Here's the bigger picture. The Cowboys added 23 new defensive players this offseason through trades, free agency, and the draft. 23. But Rashan Gary is the headliner on the edge. He's the player opposing offensive coordinators have to game plan for first. Everything else flows from him. For Cowboys Nation, this is the piece you've been begging for since DeMarcus Lawrence started declining. An elite, proven, explosive edge rusher who has postseason experience, championship hunger, and something to prove. That combination is dangerous. The second player we're talking about is even more important to this defense than Gary. And most people are completely sleeping on why. I'll explain in 60 seconds. This one is a 2-part story. Part 1 happened in November 2025, right at the trade deadline. The Cowboys sent a 2026 second-round pick, a 2027 first-round pick, and DT Motzi Smith to the New York Jets. In return, All-Pro defensive tackle Quinnen Williams. That is an enormous price. But Jerry Jones didn't blink. Because he knew what this team needed. He knew the defense couldn't survive another year without a true anchor in the middle. Quinnen Williams is 28 years old. In his prime. A 3-time Pro Bowler. A player who, when healthy and motivated, is one of the top 5 interior defensive linemen in the entire NFL. He had been wasted in New York for years, losing season after losing season, never sniffing the playoffs. He arrived in Dallas hungry. He arrived with something to prove. And then Dak Prescott said something to him that sent chills through the entire fanbase. Quinnen told Dak he'd never been to the playoffs. Dak looked him in the eye and said, "I'll get you to the playoffs. I'm going to need you to go help us win it." That's not just bulletin board material. That's a promise between two elite players who are tying their legacies together. Now, full transparency. Williams admitted after the 2025 season that he didn't have his best year. He finished with just 2.5 sacks in 15 games. That's his lowest since his rookie season. He knows it. He said publicly, "I know I can be better. I want to do better, not for myself, but for this team." That accountability matters. That self-awareness matters. Players who recognize their shortcomings and attack them in the offseason are the ones who bounce back. And everything we've heard from training camp preparation suggests Williams is dialed in like never before. Think about what this Cowboys defensive line looks like now. You have Quinnen Williams at tackle, a nightmare in the passing game. You have Kenny Clark alongside him, a veteran run-stopper with Super Bowl experience. You have Rashan Gary off the edge. And behind them, you have Christian Parker's scheme creating confusion. NFL analysts are already saying opposing offenses face a new nightmare when they play Dallas in 2026. Kay Adams said it directly on her show. Dallas is making the playoffs in 2026. They have to. And when Quinnen showed up last year after the bye week, their defense looked so much better. She called Caleb Downs a complexion-changing, landscape-changing, vibe-changing star. She said don't sleep on DeWinters and Kobe Durant. But she made it clear, the entire defense runs through Quinnen Williams. Here's what most people miss about this signing. It's not just about sacks. It's not just about stats. A dominant interior presence like Quinnen Williams forces double teams. When he commands a double team, that means Rashan Gary gets one-on-one matchups on the outside. One-on-one matchups for Rashan Gary means sacks. Sacks mean third and long. Third and long means the defense wins. That's the chain reaction. That's the math. And that's why this signing, even with a massive price tag, was worth every pick. The third signing is the most underrated move of this entire offseason. And honestly, it might be the most important one for the Super Bowl run. I'll tell you exactly who it is and why. Right now, coming out of the 2026 NFL Draft, the Cowboys immediately turned to veteran free agency. They had seats to fill, and they had a specific need. They needed experience. They needed players who had been in big moments, big games, big atmospheres. And in late April 2026, they signed 3 veterans at once: wide receiver Marquez Valdes-Scantling, wide receiver Tyler Johnson, and linebacker Curtis Robinson. Let's break them down one by one. Marquez Valdes-Scantling, 31 years old. Former 5th-round pick of the Green Bay Packers in 2018. He played 59 games there, 39 as a starter, as a quality second receiving option. Then he went to the Kansas City Chiefs. He won 2 Super Bowl rings. 2. He knows what a Super Bowl locker room feels like. He knows what playoff football demands from a receiver. He knows how to block, how to run routes when the game is on the line, how to be ready when your number is called in January. That experience doesn't show up on a box score. But it shows up in the huddle when the Cowboys need a big third-down conversion in the NFC Championship game. Tyler Johnson, another former 5th-round pick. Also a Super Bowl ring on his resume. He comes in behind CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, and Ryan Florner. But depth at receiver matters. Injuries happen. And having a receiver with championship DNA as your 4th option? That's a luxury most teams don't have. Curtis Robinson, linebacker. Formerly undrafted out of Stanford. He spent time with the Denver Broncos where Christian Parker, the Cowboys' new defensive coordinator, was actually coaching. Parker knows him. Parker coached him. That connection is not an accident. Parker wanted Robinson in his system because he knows exactly what Robinson can do schematically. Robinson then spent his career with the San Francisco 49ers, where he played alongside DeWinters, who is also now a Cowboy. These players know each other. These players trust each other. That chemistry is being imported directly into Dallas. This 3-player signing is being called one of the shrewdest moves of the entire offseason by insiders close to the team. Not because of star power, but because of what these 3 men bring to the building: rings, experience, culture, and connection to the coaching staff. We're about to get into the biggest question of all: can the Cowboys actually win the Super Bowl this year? The answer might surprise you. Don't go anywhere. Let's have the honest conversation that Cowboys Nation deserves. Can this team actually win the Super Bowl in 2026? The offense is already elite. Dak Prescott is healthy. He tore a hamstring ligament off the bone in Week 8 of 2024. He came back. He played. He led this team to 7 wins with the worst defense in franchise history behind him. That's how good Dak is. Now he has the same offensive weapons: CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens on the franchise tag at $27.3 million, Javonte Williams coming off a career year with 1,201 rushing yards and 11 touchdowns on a 3-year $24 million extension. The offense will score. Count on it. The defense is the wild card. And that's where everything we've discussed comes together. Christian Parker is a defensive coordinator with fresh ideas and a track record of developing young players. He's installing a system that the players are already buying into. Quinnen Williams called the opportunity to play for Parker amazing. The entire defensive roster, from the rookies to the veterans, is talking about energy, excitement, and belief. The Cowboys added 23 new defensive players. 23. When was the last time you heard about a team overhauling an entire defensive unit in one off-season and it actually working? It's rare. But it happens. And when it does, it leads to Super Bowl runs. The schedule is brutal, especially the first 5 weeks. Heavy travel. Road games. Early tests. But Schottenheimer said after minicamp that he could not be more happy with how things went. Players are healthy. There's no drama. Micah Parsons is gone. Trayvon Diggs is gone. The locker room poison pills, as Mickey Spagnola called them, are out. What's left is a hungry, unified, motivated group of players who know exactly what they need to do. Dak Prescott said after a third straight missed postseason is the minimum, going back to the playoffs. Minimum. That's the standard being set in that building right now. And when the quarterback sets the floor at the playoffs, you know the ceiling is the Lombardi Trophy. Is it guaranteed? No. Nothing in the NFL is guaranteed. The NFC is loaded. The Philadelphia Eagles are always dangerous. The Detroit Lions are a force. But the Cowboys, for the first time in years, are entering a season with legitimate defensive talent to match their offensive firepower. That makes them dangerous. Genuinely dangerous. One more thing before we wrap up. Something happened at training camp this week that you need to hear about. This changes how you see everything we just talked about. Training camp is coming. The Cowboys report to Oxnard, California on July 27th. The schedule is set. Joint practices against the Rams and the Saints are confirmed. And the buzz coming out of the building heading into camp is unlike anything this franchise has produced in years. The latest news, just hours ago as of today, the Cowboys signed OLB Charles Snowden. And earlier this week, they signed 3 new players from the UFL ranks. The roster building is still happening. They are still finding pieces. Still hunting for every competitive advantage they can find. Matt Hennessy, offensive lineman, suffered a neck injury that is now season-ending. That creates questions about the OL depth. The Cowboys are going to have to solve that. But they have TJ Bass, who already signed his second-round tender. And Coach Schottenheimer expressed confidence in the group during his final minicamp press conference. On the defensive side, Kobe Durant, the corner who nobody was talking about this offseason, has been the standout of OTAs and minicamp. The Athletics beat writer John Machota wrote that Durant stood out most among the Cowboys corners. He made a highlight diving interception of Dak Prescott in OTAs. The coaching staff is pleased with what they've seen. Durant could legitimately win a starting cornerback job, even with Darren Bland and Siobhan Revel both expected back from injury.